Shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Recha Kodash. Double honor unto the elder apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone who well and taught us his truth. Shalom unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect. Now, yesterday we held camp, and the spirit's heavy, man, because oftentimes the things you're speaking about at camp, the Lord will show an example at the very moment you're speaking about it, or shortly after. Now, we were speaking about at this particular moment, we didn't dwell on the topic. It was more of a passing point to whatever we were going into at the time. But we were speaking about very briefly Israelites not wanting to accept their true nationality as Israelites. In time past, he'll tell people, that we're the 12 tribes, man. We're the Israelites. And as common knowledge as a point that may be to us now, at one point that was mind-blowing. And when you consider it, that we're actually the sons of the Most High, it's truly a privilege and a beautiful thing. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and play this segment here and just take it from there. Hopefully the sound comes through. I mean, come on, man. You'd think that's like a play, man. You'd think that's a play, Okay, enter stage at this particular time, As soon as, Elder and I was, kind of mimicking people, man. No, I'm not Israelite. I'm a Caribbean, Yeah, as you heard, I'll play it again. The other goes, me a real Jamaican, man. And then as soon as that was said, this guy enters the scene. He walks up in the camera. Okay, watch that. You see another brother, Ahab, another brother, Halal, they, kind of stepped up because this guy came up a bit. He just popped up out of nowhere, man. But watch this. Now he's talking madness there, Jesus, and I've seen Rasta photos of that, a guy with dreads, with his arms up in the air rather than opposed to his side. You could have jumped on that, but we didn't. And he's talking about Yahshua. Okay, but Jake is fucked up out here. I'm not even talking about like on a spiritual level, which is the case, but Jake just want to be free. Jake want to express themselves, man, and sometimes you have to suss people out. Because what may be offensive or what may come across as offensive or disruptive, it's really a cry for help, man. In fact, let me pull this precept. Actually, yeah, let me get it up. Like, how do I do it again? Like this. I become all things. This is the book of 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians, right? just to get off the screen. I don't like this website, man. Too many. Whatever. 1 Corinthians 9 and 22. I read it in the King James. To the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means save some. Okay? So one thing we can learn from the apostles, the bishops, the elders on down is, the skill, because it really is a skill, capsulated in humility, really, when you consider it, to meet people where they are. You acquire a little bit of knowledge and think, you're up there, beloved brother almighty in your head, and you can't talk to people, man. We have to be personable, okay? Let's look up that word. Personable. Meaning, to be personable, having a pleasant appearance and manner, okay? Pleasant, agreeable, likable, amenable, alright? So, we're here to preach the word in the hopes that the elect are sealed, right? And you may, for the most part, we speak loud at the camp, which we're commanded to do, brothers, in a serious mode, but we have to be agile in the spirit. At any given moment, we can change it up, and as the scripture says, in the hopes that through the approach, we're meeting people on a relatable level, they're open up to the word. That they may not come in at that very moment, but it may be the planting of a seed, whereby the Holy Spirit nurtures and gives the increase, as scripture says, at a later time. So we have to be personable, man. We're not out there to just talk and have people, just stand there in silence. As I said, Jake is fucked up. Jake wants to express themselves, man. And if you don't allow a person to, even if it's bullshit, man, you gotta let people say their piece, and then you come back, and then you go back and forth in the scriptures and open up to them. You can't just, all right, come, listen, shut the fuck up, whoop, whoop, whoop. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know who's who, man. And I'm not saying that like to say camp is a help, a therapy session, and you talk and we do the talking. But I'm talking about when you first meet someone, a guy may come up a bit crazy and that, have time and patience and be understanding. I speak to myself first and foremost, because you don't know who's who, man. Okay. and we see that in the character of Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai used to chill with anybody, man. They cursed the Lord out for chilling and eating and drinking with the publicans and the sinners, and Yahweh Shai cut them, man. Okay. We can't get to the stage where we think, we're too high and mighty to talk to the regular Israelite, man. The sick, the lowly. Because that's who Yahweh Shai came for, Okay. So I'll read that again, 1 Corinthians 9 and 22. And it says, to the weak, I became as weak. Alright? So was Apostle Paul weak? No, but he became as that. He masked that appearance, man. He came to people at their level so he could be relatable with them, because, this gospel is a gospel of good news, as the meaning of the word gospel means, but it's also a gospel of relatability. The scriptures speak about preaching the acceptable year of the Lord to the brokenhearted, to them that mourn, all right? It's a gospel of relatability, okay? I may call the video that. This is a gospel of relatability, man, all right? So you have to be able to relate to people in their circumstance for it to make sense, for it to initially click. If there's no relatability, you can preach till the cows come home. You're just talking at someone, And this ministry of ours isn't to talk at people, but it's to effectively and skillfully preach the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to the gathering of the elect, okay? That's why when David said play skillfully before the Lord, he was talking about an instrument on a bass level, but to play skillfully, because this is a song, right? You've got the musicians, you've got the bassist, you've got first and second keys, you've got the guitarist, you've got the drummer, and you've got the singers, right? You have to play skillfully for all of your input to complement one another. So we're singing a song, we're playing a song, we're that band on the stage, as it were. We have to be able to play skillfully before the Lord. Okay? So, right, what am I gonna do here? I'm gonna go back to this. Now that's the spirit there, because when somebody comes up and just jumps in the camera and, like he said, and I'm the real six boss, and, you see like the brothers kind of kicked in and was going around the back to see like, this guy gonna be weird or something, but again, it's a cry for help, man, and the spirit had it where, we kind of ascertained with this dude, man, like he's cool, man, he's cool. We saluted him, I embraced him, gave him a brotherly hug. So did Elder, okay, because his spirit wasn't that of a as Ariel said, his spirit wasn't of a disruptive type. He just is looking for answers, man. Now he said you lot spelled my name wrong with a Y, and obviously on the sign it says Judah. Right, so I'm thinking he's talking about the letter J, and I was thinking he's gonna go down the pathway of as they would say Yahuda, which is really Yahweh. That's why I immediately said what Judah, because he said you lot spelled my name wrong. So I'm thinking maybe he's thinking the J and the Y, but then hear this. Because the way Levi is spelled in English is Levi, right? But his last name is Levy. All right. He's Barrington Levy's son. Okay. Now, that's nothing to get starstruck over, but at the same time, Barrington Levy is a well-known reggae artist, man. Okay, so this is Barrington Levy's son. And in the grand scheme of things, Barrington Levy's a Jake, and his children are Jake. That's as far as it goes, isn't it? It's not really going to mean much in the world to come. But as far as this world goes, man, in the music scene, especially the reggae scene, man, he's a big artist, man. Born on the 30th of April in 1964, right? Hailing from Clarendon, Jamaica, okay? And for people that are into like music and the scene and that, going back, you'd know that Barrington Levy, man, he's a big artist, man. Okay, and when you when you listen to I'm gonna play, the guy keeps mentioning I'm Barrington Levy's son, because you could see he had a sense of honor about his father, and fair enough, man. His dad's done his thing in the music scene, can't take that away from him. But that's like a kind of foreshadowing of how we are and how we will be in perfection in the kingdom, man. Yahweh Shai is my big brother, man. Yahweh Shai is my big brother. We're Yahweh's sons. We're sons of Israel. Banyam Yasha Allah. Because there's a sense of honor attached to that. All right. And this is why the Lord's name is going to become a great praise in the earth. And of course, his seed will partake in his glory. As this guy kept saying, I'm Barrington Levy's son. Now, we didn't decide to be cool with him when we found out he's the son of a great reggae artist. You know, before he mentioned that, because you're gonna have people that say, "Oh, you see, you only got cool with him when you realize who his dad was." Nah, man. Elder and myself saluted and gave him a brotherly salute before he even mentioned who his father was, man. Because it's not really about who you are and who's your dad. It's about the spirit of a man. And as I said, although he came up how he did and stuff, very lively and that, we could ascertain quite quickly in the spirit that this Jake is cool, man. He's, he don't mean no harm. See the brother start. That's relatability there right there. I was talking about the song to experience, and I'm not gonna play any more of this. He wasn't up there for all too long. But he asked about the Apocrypha. He's talking about there's hidden books. He wants to find out the hidden books. He started talking about going somewhere to East London to buy some hidden books that were taken out the Bible. What do we do? Of course, we explain to him the Apocrypha, the word Apocrypha and its meaning. The guy was cool. And before he left, he said, because he was on a bicycle, and he said, yeah. Remember my name? Yeah, I'm so and so. I'm Barrington Levy's son. And he said, yeah. Cool, man. Peace to you. But we gave him the name of the Lord. Okay, we told him, to go on YouTube, and his phone died. Actually, he wanted to take a picture of the Apocrypha, but he said, "No, he'll remember it because his phone died. He couldn't take the photo." And we told him to go and watch GMS Israelites. That's what we said on YouTube. Now, whether or not, that's an opening, that's not up to us. And quite frankly, it's none of our business. It's the Most High that gives the increase, okay? But, that was it, man. Okay? That was it. So, that's why I read that precept here about being relatable to people and taking time, man. A lot of the times, people come in the truth and think that it's any and everyone that comes by is a target to spiritually punch them up and vent because you had a bad week. Like there's that meme of that American dude that came over to England years ago, and he was on a bus, right? And the bus driver drove past the stop he wanted to get off at, and he was like, "Stop the fucking bus." And he goes, "Listen, man, let me tell you something, man. Like, I know nobody wants to fucking work. If you don't like your job, if you don't like driving the bus, just don't drive the fucking bus." Now, I'm not living up to how funny it actually was, but, sometimes people join the camps and just because they don't like their job in the week, they take out their weekly frustrations on the weekend that people walking by. Now, we don't like the jobs we do, but we got to do it, Okay? Of course, you can get deeper into that. We do what the fuck we got to do and get on with it like a man. But the point is, a lot of frustrations people get pent up over during the week. They come camp and blast people for it. And that's not what the ministry is about, man. Okay? It's about being relatable to people. That's why I'm doing this video. Lord willing, we did the right thing, and if it be the Father's will, it's a seed planted. And if not, it's the Father's will. Either way, but the point is, man, you have to be relatable with people, 1 Corinthians 9:22, to the weak became I as weak, that I might gain the weak. I am made all things to all men, that I might be by all means save some. Yahushua, when he was on the earth, was a relatable man. Okay? And the apostles, the bishops, the elders, back then and now, are relatable men. So we can learn from that, man. Because as I said, not every Jake has a malicious intent, man. Sometimes Jake has their own special little way of crying out for help, man. So we have to assess these things and move accordingly in the spirit. Okay, but it just so turns out that that's the son of a well-known reggae artist. And yeah, he's seeking for truth, of the scriptures, man. And that's what we're out there to do, you know. We're out there to uplift Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. It's not to look good and to show off how much we know and this and that. And I'm so great. And, you know, got the readers on deck, got the signals on deck, got the speakers on deck, got this on deck. Nah, man. We're out there to uplift Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's our sole purpose. And here's with that, man. Shalom.